All right, folks, this is it. Cincinnati, Columbus, Pittsburgh. We are coming on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. That is the second to last leg of the tour. And then wrapping up things in Minneapolis, Detroit, and Buffalo on 17, 18, and 19. These are the last KFC Radio live shows for at least the foreseeable future, perhaps forever. You never know where the world's going to take us, but we're going to take some time off of touring. So if you're coming to see us, that's one of the last tickets that we're going to be selling for a long time. So if you got your tickets, buckle up for a important affair. And if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, get them now. It's the last chance to see KFC Radio live for the foreseeable future.
Bring a friend who has no idea what the show is. That'll be fun.
It always works out. It always does. People do that all the time. And the people who have never seen the show walk out saying they enjoy it and become fans. So check out at KFC Radio on all social media. Links are in bio, and come out to the 6 final shows in KFC Radio live history.
I'd actually like that. Bring a friend who doesn't know, and then tell us afterwards how they enjoyed it or how much they hated it. It'll be a fun little experiment.
Either way.
Today's episode is brought to you by Stacker2.
Loud, aggressive, and straight out of the Attitude Era, Stacker2 is the OG in the energy and supplement space. Stacker2 chew gummies pack a punch. They have a small package with big energy. The chew gummies and energy shots are designed to give you maximum energy while still tasting amazing. They have blue raspberry, they have pink lemonade, they have the other one. What's the other flavor? Grape flavored. And they all have that bite-sized burst of delicious energy with 10,000% of your daily value of B12 vitamins that will help you take on whatever comes your way. So bite back with the stack. Go buy Stacker2 Chew Energy Gummies and B12 Energy Shots at Dollar General, where you can find all your favorite Stacker2 products, or go to Stacker2.com. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. That's your voice untouched?
No, it's
okay.
It's got
okay.
Like 1-2 decimals like brought up. But
how much is that effect? Like, give me talk in my terms.
Like I can play it for you.
How about you do the voice that you did? You got to do the voice you did. You got to do the voice you did.
I'll play the voice for you live.
Okay, that's fair. Give me the untouched voice. Okay. I keep saying touched. I don't know what the right word is.
Wait, are you? I've had to do so many embarrassing things.
Yeah, no. Yeah, do the voice.
I'm not.
Do the voice. Do the voice. You're fired. Do the voice. You're fired. Do the voice. You're fired. What's the line?
You're fired.
Jackie so quickly jumped out.
Yeah. She's right though. She's right.
She's
right.
It's not gonna sound the same. Like I was in my. I'll do it.
Just try to do it again. What's the exact line? It's like, "Hi, Mister. Can you buy some Girl Scout cookies?
Do you have any Girl Scout cookies?"
When I heard that, I was like, that has to be digitally altered. I'm happy.
Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?
And then this is.
I'll kill that fucker if he's at my door right now.
I'm gonna open the door. Calm down.
Excuse me, miss. Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?
Dude, they're both pretty fucking creepy, though. I think I just got mixed up on what was and was not digitally altered. That's the clip from Out of Order, where when that dropped, Fights was like, we were out, and he was like, you're not gonna be able to hear it. It's too loud right now. But like when you go home, listen to it. Tell me who you think's voice that is. And I was like, I could not even begin to guess.
So I hadn't heard it. I was like, I knew we were leaving a gap there, and I was like, we were gonna put it out, and I was like, who ended up doing the voice? And
well, we were originally gonna do that Dyke Jackie, right? But her voice is too deep.
There was Keegs, there was Jackie, there were some names.
There were females that could do it, and none of them were good enough.
I was like, Jackie's wasn't really feminine.
All right, well, yours was so feminine.
Yeah,
I mean, the whole time I knew I could step up and get it out. I don't want anybody to know this about me.
How is this something you've done before? Like you just know you can do a high voice?
But I just know that I can get my voice extremely high. Like I can match like female singers' voices.
That's fucking hilarious. You're like Kelly Clarkson over here, just fucking hitting the high notes and shit.
That starting that clip where you just did, Jackie plays a very good girlfriend, and I think you've done 2 scenes now. And
Oh, you do. Sorry to interrupt.
it gives you the worst PTSD.
Oh.
I'm gonna open the door.
Yes,
I
yes.
was like, oh, I
was gonna
man,
say,
I've had that
that-
fight.
That is a girl who has done those conversations for real a lot. But she was like, 4:30, as we always discuss.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always there because it's bus duty. I was like, oh shit, this bitch has done this a lot. Great skit though, 3 million views on Twitter. Because Out of Order now drops a weekly skit to go along with their monthly full episode. It's just it's a pleasure to watch this shit grow, man. It's awesome. It's really, really good. It's borderline offensive how much people are surprised. You know? I'm like, yo, I've been telling people we've been doing this show forever. You think I'm just doing it with people who aren't funny? Like, oh wow, and when these people like really got together and like tried hard, it's actually good, man. It's good. Yeah, no fucking kidding. I mean, of course, I'm surprised by how funny it can be sometimes, but you know.
That one was particular. That one was like, I don't know how long it took, maybe an hour or two, and like I walked out knowing, I was like, that's one of our best ones.
Now that to me feels like light work, like an hour to do this, right? No? Yeah, okay. Like to me, I would imagine other sketch shows and shit. Like, I'm saying this without any information. I don't know why I think this, but I would just guess like not many other people can rip that in like an hour.
It's one of those things that
Both sides, they can do the technical side. You can, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have no idea. I also have no idea how long anything takes, but like, it's an hour, but it's also been like thought about for 2 weeks at the same time.
Sure, that's true.
Like,
but I also think this is where I do believe in that 10,000 hours shit, where it's like, not in a corny way where it's like I've mastered my craft after doing it. It's more like I could see you being like, it's not gonna get any better than that. Like we did, you know what I mean? Like we don't need to do another take because like it's just that was good and that's as good as it's gonna get and that's gonna be as natural as it is. And if we keep doing it, it's gonna get like, you know, we're good.
Yeah.
Like don't overthink it. I think that's what being in this game one way or another, podcasting, videos, scripted, unscripted, whatever, being in it this long, you just know like how it works now. You know what I mean?
It's a very fun spot where it's like thought about for 2 weeks, but not really thought about because like
you're not working on it.
Still
for 2
that
weeks.
morning, we're like, where are we doing this?
Yeah,
like
yeah, which is the best spot to be, I think.
It's like your fifth thought for 2 weeks, where it's like you wake up, you're like, okay, brush your teeth. Don't say the N-word. Go to work. And like somewhere back there is like, how do we end that sketch?
Yo, what I love about it is like there was for the longest time on my iPhone notes app, I just wrote down blog jokes, blog analogies, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like completely, you know, the one I always used as an example was the Die Hard 4 gallons in a 5-gallon jug.
Yeah.
And I just like wrote that down and I was like, the next time you're writing a blog and you're talking about like really using your brain and trying to figure out something hard, say that's like the Die Hard, you know.
Yeah.
And because blogging, there was so much of it and it, you know, you're churning them out and there's so many opportunities to use that shit. And then when you stop blogging, the only place you could really do that otherwise would be like if you did stand up. You know what I mean? Because like I can't like wedge that a reference. You got the sickest references, bro. Like if you're just doing a podcast, like I guess you could, but it would sound forced. So there's no, and I don't do stand up, so it's like where would I put those things? These are where just those one-off thoughts, either a premise or a joke or a punchline or a conclusion, you now have a place for those to all live. Whereas like I don't have that outlet anymore. And you can, I mean, that's where I think like the DeMar Hamlin skit is a good example of like.
Speaking of that, real quick, I was watching a movie last night called Flora and Son on Apple TV for the first half of the game, and I was still like, I checked Twitter occasionally, and I saw that Damian Harris had the ambulance and blah blah blah, and I just got my DH names confused, and I was like, oh, that sketch isn't gonna age well. I thought it was Damar Hamlin again. I was like, oh, that's gonna look bad. That was not gonna look great.
That's funny that
But
you
at the same
just
time, I
told
was like,
on
gonna go viral.
User views, baby.
By the way, real quick, that movie Flora and Son.
I don't even know.
You
what
watched it too?
I was gonna watch it.
It's like Sing Street if you gave all the characters in Sing Street extremely unlikable qualities.
I don't even know what is it like a big deal?
I don't know. It's a fairly new Apple TV movie that has like 94% Rotten Tomatoes. It's written by the same person who wrote Sing Street. It's got the same characters as Sing Street. A couple of them. Sing Street's unbelievable.
I'm
Sing
almost
Street's like an all-time great movie.
I'm all but done with Rotten Tomatoes. I've been on that wave for a minute. I still use it as like a check to see if like this silly like comedy that I think might be dumb is gonna get like a 0%.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
skip it. But like other than that, if you got 90 and above on Rotten Tomatoes, your movie probably sucks to me.
It's like I think they're buying. Like, I think it's now
think
become
so?
pretty clear there's like bots or something. Like there have been movie. What did I watch recently? The George Foreman one. It's like a 90 something. I turned that off 20 minutes. And I was like,
You
this
think that
sucks?
You think that it's bots, or you think that you could just straight up buy it?
Oh, actually, it did come out recently that you can buy it.
You could just go to Rotten Tomatoes and be like,
Yeah.
here's 50 stacks. Like, give me a fucking.
Yeah, there was.
give me
It was
another
fairly
10%.
recently. There was a news story that was like, you can. People have been, and it was one of those things that was met with like, no way.
I just.
But at the same time, I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was a review site.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised that like I mean everything in this world is bastardized.
Yeah.
Now, you know, you just can't consume anything anymore. It's all fake. It's all manipulated. It's
Yeah.
Everything. There's nothing pure anymore. It's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, yeah, the skit show is great, and I just hope there's more of it to come. And I mean, even like you look at Jackie, like I'm not surprised by you and Tommy. I guess sometimes I'm surprised by just how good it is, but just being good at acting is not that surprising. Just because I know you guys and I see how you operate, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. But I never thought of Jackie as being able to do that, and it's like, and we probably wouldn't have ever figured that out if we didn't, have something like this,
I think what we're learning.
Yeah, I thought that talentless idiot Jackie. No, I had no reason to ever think that Jackie, she's always like nervous to do something or like she's always like, I don't want to be on camera or whatever. Like, but then when she decides to do it, it's like fucking perfect.
Are you more comfortable doing that than you are talking on the podcast?
It seems that way.
Yeah, kind of. I think so.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, like, not at first.
Guess
Like, after a few takes, then I will be, but, like, not the first take, I guess.
Yeah, you're definitely more comfortable doing that.
Point proven. Exhibit A. Exhibit A.
Sticks to me all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's because I'm just always roasting her. I'm not there. I'm out of order. All right, so we are coming off of Surviving Barstool, which is going to blow the internet away. Like, it's going to destroy the internet. To say it lived up to the hype is a gross understatement.
I genuinely did not think it was going to. I thought it was going to be a dud, to be completely honest. I thought it was going to...
Yeah, because it was so hyped. And it was too much. And
I thought it'd be like, all right, like, I don't know, an interesting thing or two happened, but largely I thought it was going to be people
like a
who,
bunch
like...
of crybabies fucking
Yeah.
arguing and, like, yeah.
Which it got to.
Totally. But, like, if you would have scripted this, people would have been like, no way. Yeah, that's going to happen.
I tweeted that. I was like, we are 100% going to catch some, like,
But you know
scripted
what?
Barstool allegations.
Like, you will see that the passion, we would all be great actors because you can't fake this sort of, like, actual engagement that we all had in it. I think I'm definitely biased, and I think I'm probably recency bias as well. I think it'll be like the best thing Barstool ever put out. And as far as like, I don't want to put this much pressure on the edit team, but I'm gonna do it. as far as just like single one-off viral videos, you know, the classics, fucking grape stomp lady and all those things, like those will forever be the funniest things. The you know, the Guidos going to the Jersey Shore, those things will forever be the funniest videos on the internet. As far as like people who do the internet, like internet creators getting together and doing something, I think this will be one of the best things that's ever put out.
Really?
I just think if you're into Barstool, maybe within, I think even if you're a diehard Barstool fan, you know everybody. I think it's going to be, you know, the best content, most entertaining content we've ever put out. I think even in terms of the internet, like just as far as we've always been one very big piece of the internet, and then like if all of those guys got together and did something, you know, it's just like it was the pinnacle of everybody and everything, and it turned out so fucking ridiculous. It's so crazy. I don't wanna go. The more I talk about it, the more we'll get spoilery. But I think it has extreme potential. Extreme potential.
Yeah, congratulations to the advertisers who got in at $20 each.
Oh my god,
bro! What I imagine,
bro. I am sure it was not enough money, and they got their money's worth. Not only, but shout out to
money's
them.
worth if 100 people watch it. It's all we talked about was the advertising.
I was gonna say not only because of just like how good the show turned out, but shout out.
And I mean that organically, not like we were forced to.
We ate the factor meals like every second I could get. I was like, can I get another factor meal? And they were like, it's okay. Like you don't have to. I was like, no, I want it.
I'm hungry.
I need it. It was crazy. So yeah, that'll be. It's gonna be tough to for everybody to stay quiet. Winners and losers alike are all gonna wanna say a lot of things, and it's gonna be tough to have conversations with people that like you really want to talk about other shit, and we can't probably for several weeks, right?
Yeah, I think months. Right?
Months, is it?
Yeah, I think I don't know.
I thought it was supposed to lead into Black Friday.
No, I think it starts
after Black Friday.
And then I don't know if it's weekly or daily after that.
I heard 3 days for 3 weeks.
So 3 weeks of 3 per day?
Yeah. No. One. Yeah.
I'm sorry, 3
weeks
of
3 per week. Yeah, that's what I heard, but I don't think I confirmed by anybody.
So yeah, that would be mid-December.
But at least once it gets started, I can like start to talk about that one little bit each time, you know. But yeah, it for sure lives up to that.
I gotta pay my rent.
Yo, it's the 16th, dog.
Fuck.
And you pay on the 1st.
Supposed to.
At this point, though,
I heard
you just pay on the 15th.
mid-December. I was like, what is it right now? Oh, it's mid-October. That's too late.
You should just be like, you've now successfully shifted to a mid-month.
Yeah, I think they've literally never mentioned it. So,
you should. You know what you should do? Not send it this month. Just see what happens.
No, I have. They've mentioned it before when I forgot to send it.
Yeah, they do. They do usually catch you when they don't have it at all.
I was supposed to remind you like 5 times.
Yeah.
But I don't know why you asked me.
Jackie's not the best reminder girl out there. How about this? This could be a more general discussion. Love is Blind came out recently. You know that show I love, right? That's the one where you can't see anybody.
Yeah.
And they talk, and then they get engaged. And, you know, once again, 5 seasons now, we 1,000% always prove that love is absolutely not blind. It's fucking...
It shouldn't
20/20 vision, yeah, like for sure. That bald dude, see that foursome right there?
Yeah.
That bald dude and that blonde girl were one of the couples. And this bitch went fucking nuclear when she found out his credit score. I shouldn't say nuclear because she wasn't screaming and yelling, but she was like, what the fuck? Like, you're lying, you've been lying to me and all this shit. And he was like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like, I know it's not great, but he was like, I'm not in any sort of debt. I paid it off. And now, you know, I just got to, like, start building it back up. But, like, and she was not happy.
What was his credit score?
They never said. It's got to be, like, 100 the way that this chick was acting. Like, it has to be so bad that, like, Or, I don't know, maybe this bitch was just like, I'm looking for a reason to get out of this.
Excuse me.
But I can't even. He couldn't get a credit card, so
Okay.
that I would imagine. Usually they like almost want you to have some sort of a bad credit, so you'll get some interest on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the sweet spot somewhere in the middle. I can't even. Maybe it's a male female thing. I don't know, gender roles and shit. You could have as fucking 0 as a credit score.
Yeah, I think that is definitely a male female thing. I remember seeing a tweet once that was like, it was from a woman who was like, I was on a date once, and a guy asked me if I'd ever date a broke chick, and she's like, I said no because of some past traumas or fucking whatever nonsense.
Wait, sorry. This is a guy talking about dating a
A
broke
woman tweeting, I was on a date with a guy, and I asked him if
okay, got it.
and he asked me if I'd ever date a broke guy, and I said no because of past traumas. Again, whatever the fuck that means. And
Yeah, it was traumatic dating a guy who couldn't buy me a bunch of shit.
and he said to me, you're a broke guy. And she was like, and that blew my mind. Where like she's like, yeah, he was right. I'm a broke guy. Like
That's great.
And I
Like the way she was acting was like
yeah, I
you're
pay
the-
for everything. Like, you're my broke boyfriend. You just happen to be a girl.
I've never even encountered any sort of gold digging shit really, but that I almost wish I did just to be able to say that line.
Yeah.
You're my broke ass boyfriend. You just happen to be a girlfriend. Oh, that one hits. That's boom. That's a kill shot right there, dude.
And she was like, that like changed my world. Like, did it? Like, again, it's a nice example, but like, it's weird when just like one of those things opens a world like, oh yeah, I didn't think about it that way. Which you think is such an easy way to think about it.
I've over the last, however long, I feel like I've done a decent job of like not falling into gender roles really. Like, I don't know. I've tried to be more emotional, and I don't know. I've just been open-minded about this the whole way the world is going. Except like for money and that kind of stuff. Like, I've never even considered a world where I would be like, all right, like when I was like newly single, like, all right, like first order, like, here's my checklist, like, gotta be nice, like, pretty, money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I have never in the courting stages, in the dating stages, in the love stages, marriage stages, any stage, I've been like, what do you do for work? And their answer, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like I don't know your salary, don't care.
You can't be white trash though. That's different. You gotta have class.
That is true. Yes.
you
Yeah,
can't
you could
be-
be broke. You can't be trash.
Yeah. There's a big difference between not having money or like, I'm trying to figure out how to say this, like just acting.
It's not. It's the difference
You
between not
can't
having money
have
and
regularly
acting
drink
like.
Mountain Dew as a kid.
No, as a kid, as an adult, it's a certain like.
Or as a kid, doesn't matter.
you think you.
You had parents who regularly let you drink Mountain Dew? We're not
you
gonna
out.
do we're not a match. If you could regularly drink
How about
soda
this?
as a
How
kid,
about
not a match.
this? Oh, soda or just Mountain Dew?
Probably soda.
Oh, wow. Mr. fucking-
I'll get more specific.
Up in his ivory tower drinking Perrier or some shit. Fuck you. Just handing out life lessons to all the white trash sinners who are drinking Coca-Cola.
If your main liquid you consumed as a child was soda, nah.
I'm going the opposite. I think that if you
It's
grow up-
class, baby.
if you grow up eating nothing but like healthy snacks and weren't allowed soda, then
Yeah,
not
I'm
gonna
out
work
on you.
Yeah, that's fair too. But I said main.
Okay.
If it was you could, of course you could
Bro,
have soda. But if you had a 2-liter on the dinner table every night,
The leader.
no.
John, we would never work out, bro. I would almost love like life swap, not wife swap, but life swap. Like go back in time and you like eat dinner at my parents' place and vice versa. You know what is the ultimate trash? the 3 liter.
I didn't even know it came in 3 liters.
The opening is like that big. It's usually like grape, like orange soda and grape soda. Like I don't even know, or like RC Cola. It's like the bootleg ones. I don't even know if. Oh, does Coke do it? I don't think I ever saw a Coke 3 liter. Because
I literally had no idea they came in 3 liters.
So remember, like
they regularly, you go to a store and get them in 3 liters.
I feel like more like
Probably like a Sam's Club.
Yes, but you remember 2 liters used to be like a fat dick, fat little blah, and now even the 2 liters look like 20-ounce bottles, just bigger.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is back when the 2 liter was just a thick boy, chonky, and then there was just a 3 liter. It was like you had to hold it with 2 hands. You could not pour it with 1 hand. It was so big, and the top was. Yeah, so even that doesn't do it justice because that one is like that's probably the better one.
Oh my god,
that's 3 liters. Yeah, 3 liter. Yeah, and the top was so big because I think otherwise there'd be like too much glug going on because there's so much force coming behind it. But I would always see it at like a birthday party at a venue, at a place.
Yeah.
I don't really recall ever having them at home. Look at that baby, 3 liters. Give it to me.
I'm genuinely disgusted.
Now I would say crush. I remember the red soda.
How many grams of sugar do you think are in it?
How about that? Wait, go to that top one, top left. RC Cola, 99 cents. I think that's a 3 liter for 99 cents. Bro, 99 cents for 3 liters? That boy. That reminds me of like the Carlo Rossi wine, the wine jugs.
Yeah.
I remember going to the movies in Bay Plaza. Shout out Bay Plaza AMC, I think it was. And I went with my broke friends, and his mom was smuggling in all of our snacks. And I was kind of like, all right, whatever. I don't know. Like, my parents have a job, so this is not a problem. I think they were like definitely hurting. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But she wanted us to drink RC Cola, and I was like, I draw the line there.
Yeah.
I was like, we'll bring in our own snacks. We'll eat your fake popcorn. I ain't drinking RC Cola at the theater. We're going.
I don't know if I've ever had.
I have
RC
some
Cola.
self-respect. It's just bad. It's just knockoff.
I honestly know what it is, but I don't think I've ever had it before.
Do you know what the RC stands for? Did you read it there?
No. Royal Cola.
Royal Crown.
Royal Crown.
Anyway, back to the Mountain Dew. I would say I understand all the things you're saying, but it's a little bit too hoity-toity for me. I would say if you're a girl and you've ever drank Mountain Dew, you're out. I'm talking like once. Like if a girl, even as like a young child, was like, I want to try that Mountain Dew, you're out. 8-year-old you was considering Mountain Dew.
If you were susceptible to X Games advertising.
Yeah. Like legitimately, how many women, what do you think Mountain Dew's gender market share is? I think it's got to be like 99.9.
Yeah, probably pretty similar to ours.
No, fuck that, man. We got a lot of
I
chicks.
meant Barstool as a whole.
Yeah. I would say our audience, aside from the female, Bree and chicks in the office, take them out. I would think our female audience is like the super, super, super vast majority of Barstool females.
Yes. Yeah. I agree with that. The ratio
BFFs
percentage.
doesn't quite count because Bree is on that, but that is mostly a guy show.
Yeah.
So that maybe we don't. But like as far as like the regular shit, I think KFC Radio girls are probably like 80% of Barstool girls. Whatever this is gonna say, this is not true.
No.
Because there's no way they're gonna put out shit that says like 1% of women drink fucking Mountain Dew. I cannot remember I don't know what Mountain Dew tastes like. I mean, I could guess it's probably like a lemony, limey type of thing. But like, if you gave me a taste test right now, blind.
I don't think it tastes like anything. It tastes like yellow.
It tastes like Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
It tastes like yellow number 5.
Yeah.
If yellow number 5 is a flavor, it's Mountain Dew. They have hard seltzer? Yikes. Was yellow number 5 was a thing for you in school?
That killed sperm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
is that a thing for you guys? Okay, so
I
that
had so many Mountain Dews at basketball camp one week, and then somebody at the end of the week told me that I was never be able to have kids. And then I never drank Mountain Dew ever again.
yeah, that I
That
wonder.
was such a weird thing for children. You're
I
like,
know.
I'll never be able to
Like
have
sperm
kids.
count?
Like, now as an adult, I'm like, I should have drank more.
I know. that would be a funny skit, by the way. Doing a guy who's like, you're at the fertility clinic, and the results come back, and you're all like this fucking fancy
That
couple,
yellow
and like, you
number
drank too
5 was
much.
bullshit the whole time.
I don't remember being like, I won't be able to have kids. I just remember being like, well, I need my cum to be good. Like, can't have bad cum as a dude. Make sure your cum's awesome. Don't eat yellow Starbursts.
Was Yellow Starburst one too?
Yeah.
I don't remember that
Basically, anything that has artificial yellow is yellow number 5.
That was probably the last time I ever looked at ingredients as a child.
Yeah, for real, probably. Did anybody ever make a yellow number 5 Mambo number 5 spoof? I bet you that song exists. I bet you some asshole made that. I'm still always so fascinated by old school urban legends that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Because it's just now knowing how the internet works and how things go viral through that, I'm like, if we were to take that away, how would anything get viral? But it did. It did. Just through like straight up word of mouth from like, I went to high school over here, but I went to basketball camp with these guys and they told me that. And then,
Yeah.
and it must have
I
been a
don't
slower
remember-
process, but
The Marilyn Manson one, obviously, is the big
Yeah.
one. I don't remember where I heard that one. I do remember where I heard Cum Belly. I was at my cousin's house
wow, you know the exact.
on Martha's Vineyard.
Wow.
We were listening to. He was a big rap fan. Who's the rapper? Slick Rick.
Uh-huh.
We were listening to Slick Rick. He could do the
Wow.
whole song.
I'm surprised. What song?
I don't know Slick Rick. Like what I think probably one of his main songs.
Children's Story.
It's a very cool song, but and I was like, so you like rap? And he's like, yeah. I was like, we like about rap. He's like, Lil Kim's got a cum belly. I was like, what? But I remember I was sitting in his bedroom on Martha's Vineyard listening to it, or listening to that story. I could not tell you where Marilyn Manson came from.
I don't know where any of them came from, but I did know every single one of them. I know we talked about them a lot on this show, but it's one of my favorite things that I'm just like, it just had to be truly word of mouth storytelling,
Yeah.
right?
Summer camp played a big part.
Because it had to be like where you came somewhere and met somebody new and then brought it back to your shit,
Yeah.
and then just crazy. I also think that in a way though, probably those things went more viral or like it happened faster because there were no stories. like the minute you heard a new story about like this girl's belly was full of cum, because you just don't have any other. You're not reading this Twitter story and watching that YouTube video. It was just like we just watch Sports Center highlights and then you hear a story, and that's the story you tell everybody.
And that's your day.
Yeah, and also there's no like I proved it wrong. You couldn't prove anything wrong, so you told the story
Yeah, you
over
have
and
to go
over
to the
again.
library to prove stuff wrong.
Get a microfiche, scroll through newspapers. Factor, baby. Factor's gonna save my life.
I'm very much enjoying watching you discover Factor.
I have discovered Factor. It was a big sponsor for Surviving Barstool, and I did not know that Factor brings the fucking noise like they do.
Genuinely delicious.
Like even like they do things I don't know how they do it. Like if you have leftover steak or cold steak, in this case, you have a steak dinner in the fridge, and you microwave it, it usually cooks the steak too much. Not Factor. Somehow you microwave their steak, and it comes out like juicy and tender, and the perfect color, and it's like I just microwave that for 2 minutes. Usually, steak on 2 minutes is gonna come out like a shoe. Same thing with salmon. I was always like, I don't know, heating up fish like that. I don't know about that. Salmon is delicious. The Party Dip Duo, bro. This Party Dip Duo, it's buffalo chicken dip and like a cream spinach dip. It's got I think 2 or 3 times the amount of protein to carbs.
3 to 1. Yeah.
3 to 1 protein to carb ratio, and you're just stuffing your face with buffalo dip and cream spinach. The breakfasts are even better. The breakfasts are like, you got all sorts of different pancakes. They got honey orange. They've got blueberry. They got apple cinnamon. They all have certain different types of butters and syrups. But man, those dinners were keeping me going. And it really is 2 minutes. Like the other ones I can get down with, but like even, doing like a half hour of cooking and getting the pans out and cleaning the pans and all that stuff, even that, can add up for me. This, put them in the microwave,
so
poke
easy.
a couple holes. Breakfast too, on top of the,
Blueberry
on top of the pancakes,
pancakes.
but they have like
Sausage
egg dishes.
patties, egg dishes.
Oh man,
It's delicious. It's genuinely really, 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 really good.
and easy, and you can get all sorts of different types. You can get the keto, you can get veggie, you can do any sort of stuff with a wide array of menus on the menu. You can get something for everybody. So I am gonna go full blown Factor. I think I have my first delivery comes tomorrow. You can get yours by going to factormeals.com/KFC50 and use code KFC50 to get 50% off. That's code KFC50 at factormeals.com/KFC50 to get 50% off. But so Mountain Dew, anyway, bring it all the way back. Like if I found a broke bitch who drank Mountain Dew, I could. If you're a broke bitch, all good. You're a broke bitch who drinks Mountain Dew, and that's kind of your point. Is that you can be broke, you can't act broke.
If you're broke, you better be a good actor. Like
Yes.
I'm gonna say no every time you go for your wallet, but don't not go for it.
I would rather you be. I would rather you be just straight up broke than like an annoying broke. Like if you're broke because you're like against the man and capitalism or some shit, I'm like, ugh. If you're broke because like I don't know, you just couldn't get a good job and you're kind of lazy and you just want to like marry rich, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't want to hear like. Even if you're like chasing your dream, ugh. I'd rather a girl be like, I work in PR and they pay me $32,000 a year, and that's before taxes.
No,
I did that.
I disagree.
You'd rather a girl being like chasing her dream, and that's why she's broke?
For sure.
But here's the thing with girls doing that. It's like, you don't have, I don't know, I guess it's like, you can't just like make girls do OnlyFans and shit, but it's like, you don't have to be broke. Like guys have to be, they will.
Kevin so badly wants to be a pimp.
So badly. I'm just saying, I've said this a million times, you're all going to look back on this era when it's like, oh, everyone does it now, and I had these standards. You could be rich. Like a guy, if you're chasing your dream, you can and you will be broke. And a girl, it's like, I don't know. I'd rather you just be broke.
I'd rather you not have aspirations.
Kinda. I mean,
like, what if she's a musician? What dreams do you think they have? Like, you don't have to chase dreams, just be a whore.
No, I guess it's like I don't know. You can have your dreams and be broke. I just don't want to hear about it.
I think you'd be. I'd rather have someone chase their dreams because then they're at least in a good mood. Like because then you're still broke, but if you're like doing a job you don't like and you're broke,
yeah,
you're in a bad mood all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
at least
all of this shit. If you're in a bad mood, like I don't care, you're rich, poor, whatever, dreams, shitty job. If you're in a bad mood all the time, see you later. But where do you put money, Jackie, on your list? Or not even necessarily money, but like job. Does you have a good job?
I mean, for the most part, I'm just like, I just care that you're nice to me, but I'm not like dating to marry right now. So like maybe eventually. But I dated a guy, or not like dated, but like
when you say you're not dating to marry,
no,
then like why do you even date? Like why? Like I guess it depends on your definition of the word date. But I had this thought the other day because one of these motherfuckers on Love Is Blind is 24, and he's also, I think, 100 feet tall. He's huge. His legs. I think he's 6'10", in real life, and I think his legs are like 6 feet.
Really?
his torso and head is like this big. When he would sit like on a couch like this, his knees would be like up to here, and we put him out like this, like they would come like into your living room. He's a freak, dude. He was actually the most level-headed and normal guy too. It was fucking like all these adults who were like absolute freak shows, and he was just like Milton. Yeah, he's got like a Jerry curl that looks like a helmet. That's not a good representation in that picture. It was actually really it was cool. The girl he ended up marrying, psychopath, an absolute secret, manipulative, lying chick. And that conversation, go back one. That one in the middle right there. He's talking to that guy. That dude was chatting with him. Look at those legs. He's just folding them up like a chair. He was like, Lydia is lying. So Love is Blind. Nobody knows each other except these two did. And they allegedly by chance, just ended up on the same show together. So when they have their blind date, and he's talking, and she's like, Uche, is that you? Uche, this is his name. And he eventually puts all the pieces of the puzzle together, and he's like, that girl used to go through my shit. She found out that I was applying to that show. She applied to it as well. She wanted this to happen. And I can't remember why, but there was like a decent amount of proof, or at least like that could very well have happened. And that guy was like, he goes, dude, that's the dimension you're living in with her. That's your dimension. I'm in my dimension over here. Her and the girl that she was fighting with, she's in that third dimension. And he was not like denying it. He wasn't like, nah, that's not my girl. Like, you're lying. He was just like, that's what happened with you. That's what happened with her. I'm doing my thing with her. That's what's gonna happen with me.
I respect that.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And he's 24, and that guy's like 34. And he just dapped it up. And the guy was kind of like, like, fuck. He was just like, okay, I respect you for that. And I really did. I was like, that is some. Now,
Granted, this is probably gonna end up being the same dimension, but like
the dimensions always. But as of right now, as of like they just did the reunion show, they were not. It was like everyone seemed happy. So who knows? I'm not rooting against them. Probably logic would dictate that you eventually will, the crazy will come out on you too. But it was so cool. And the way he did it, he's like an engineer, so we talked in these dimension terms and shit. And it was like, oh, yeah, you crazy, dude.
But that's also, dude, when I was 24, I would say shit like that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, that was a
alternate
dimension.
Like, yeah.
We got it
different
better.
space-time continuum,
like,
man. Mm-hmm.
You learn. It's okay. I don't
Look how tall he is there, bro.
I wouldn't want to rob a 24-year-old of that.
Talking like an asshole.
That glimmer of hope that, like, things will be good. Like,
bro,
that's good for you, man. Believe that. Hold on to that as long as you can.
For real, keep that innocence. When my best friend was 15 years old, he told his girlfriend's father, "You don't know what love is."
Oh, I think you've told me that.
Yeah, he was like, "You're in like I don't know exactly how if he worded it like this, but he basically summed up like he was like, you're in a loveless marriage. Like, what would you know about love? Like." She and I are in real love.
I would be like, good for you, kid. You're a fucking idiot, but good for you.
I respect you for saying that. I think in that moment, I would probably rip his head off.
See that? Like,
I would break his fucking head off.
That's gotta be hilarious. Like, you gotta walk in the house.
You know what?
Like,
You know what? I'll say this.
Fucking kid is wild.
I think. I can't even imagine getting involved in, like, Shay's dating life when she's a teenager. Now, like, my best friend is a fucking lunatic, and I don't know what he was doing other than just being, like, his regular kind of, like, Eddie Haskell, like, asshole self. He was just a very, like, he's like, he had all the teachers and parents, like, eating out of his hand,
Yeah.
And I think this guy, like, saw through that, but like unless one of my kids was in like a dangerous situation,
Right.
I think I'd be like, I don't want to know any of this shit. It's so weird if I know the ins and outs of your relationship, you know?
It's obviously not the same as kids, but like being the oldest sibling.
Yeah.
People used
similar.
to do that to me. They'd be like, you know, your sister's dating somebody? Like, fuck do I care?
Yeah.
Like, is he beating her?
Right, that's what I mean. Like, unless it's
hell do I
bad,
care?
I can't imagine ever being like, Shay, you have to dump him. It's like, none of this is real. None of it, I guess, but I don't know. I say that now, but like.
Or being like,
I
don't
could
you dare hurt her guy. Like, you're
Yeah.
the fucking
Loser. Answer the door with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Take the prom pictures.
You hurt her, I'm going to beat the shit out of you, kid. You're like, what, dude?
You know what I could see
You
more
guys,
than
it seems
anything?
like you got your own shit to work out, bro.
Okay, psycho. I could see, I could be like.
Do you want to hurt women? Like, why are you?
Yeah, why is that your first thought?
Why would I hurt her?
Yeah, do you beat your wife?
You ever lay a hand on her, bro?
I could see myself being like, you know, you don't go out to your friends anymore. You're not practicing fucking dance anymore. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
That would probably bother me more than like, are you having sex? Are you partying? Are you drinking? Are you slipping in school? It's like, are you just doing all? You just made your whole life his life.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? That would bother me. But I'll probably stay out of all this shit. I don't know. Anyway, this is all to say, you know, I don't know. Date broke bitches. Don't break. I don't know where we're at. I guess it's just I can't. That's why I asked Jackie. Like I know a bunch of girls who are like they were looking for money, you know. And not like straight gold digging, but it was like, you know, the sixes, 6 figures, 6 inches, 6 feet. Like that was a real ass thing. And
which is a fine thing, but like I just don't get if that's all you want to do. And I know, I'm sure we've joked about it a million times. We're like, oh, I'll be a sugar baby, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't want to be a sugar baby because I'd have no purpose. There's like, don't you want, like, that's why if it's you're chasing your dream, you're doing whatever you want to do. Like,
yeah.
I don't care if you make money, but like, you have to do something you like.
Well,
or,
I guess,
something that makes you feel like you have a reason to be here.
I wonder if, like, if your purpose is starting a family, being a mother. I don't know. Like I can't. I think I'm a pretty good dad, and I think I'm very involved, and a lot of it I really really like, and the other half I'm like just smiling through it, but I got to do it. But that does not feel like purposeful to me, like or like unique to me. You know, it's like there's a million dads,
right?
And yeah, I guess pat on the back. I'm not one of the scumbags, but there's a fucking trillion dads out there that are really good dads, and they're all handling their business and raising their kids. It's like. That's just what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that, even if I was like the best dad in the world, I don't even.
Best dad in the world is the worst dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how would you even measure like best dad in the world?
I don't know, but I bet he sucks.
Yeah, I could see that too. Just being like, how do you think?
I bet the best dad in the world sucks as a dad.
What would you say? Like, why? Flesh that out. What is the best dad?
Like someone who's I stereotypically I would guess that like the guy who's very involved with school and the PTA and coaches the teams and puts together these parties and is like very fun with you have to do all of that but at just a lesser level than what someone would do to be called the best dad.
Best dad, yeah.
Like, be around, but like don't. I always think about the Michael Scott quote when he's talking about kids, where he's like raising kids is easy. You just I honestly forget what he says, but he just ends it with "they're adults for Christ's sake." That is how you should raise kids. Just let them do what the fuck they want.
That's your classic. Have we ever tried? Right? Have you ever tried just
But,
letting them raise themselves?
That's obviously a joke, but like. I think the best parent, you should not be that involved in your kids' life.
This. Michael Scott. I don't get why parents are always complaining about how tough it is to raise kids. You joke around with them, you give them pizza, you give them candy, you let them live their lives. They're adults, for God's sake. Bro, I don't remember the delivery of that, and I don't know if that was intended to be a little bit like layered and kind of deep, but like that shit's fucking for real. Yeah. Like. How about this?
My mom had on our fridge at home where she just had a magnet that just said, "When they were alive at 5, my job's done." And it was like she got us to school, got us home, And then it was our own shit.
Yeah, kinda. That was that era though. That was, Tim Dillon has that book out that's like, it's just, I don't know. I think it's entirely about like that era of parents just like mailing it in.
Bro, I don't think I ever had a bedtime. Like I had bedtime, but like I had to go to my room. It wasn't like lights are out.
Time. It's like
I don't think I ever got grounded. I don't think I ever got. It was just like, I don't know, do what the fuck you want, man.
So Me Too. This is our Me Too movement. Were we raised by wolves? I don't know if we are the norm or not, though.
I had everything was like the rules were in place, but you could break them if you wanted to.
Yeah,
he was like, be home by 8. And I'd come home at 10. They'd be like, all right,
yeah. Like, and the only times I ever got in like real trouble, it truly was like just they never really yelled. They would yell like about little things. If it was a big thing, it was never like yelling.
Yeah.
But it truly was like, I just know that I've disappointed them. That was it.
I didn't care about that.
Yeah.
I've said that before. I didn't give a shit.
There was something, I don't know why.
Because I'd be like, no, you're not. You're not like, we're just really disappointed. No, you're not. You knew I was going to have a party. You're not even surprised. Don't pretend you're disappointed.
You know what it was, actually? I'll say this. I think the only time it affected me was when I was disappointed in me.
Yeah.
And then they were. But if it was something silly, like a party, I wouldn't have cared about it. I'd be like, yo, this is what happens, When I got caught egging houses, I was like, I was being a piece of shit. That is a shitty thing to do. And I knew that. And so, like when they reacted that way, I was kind of like, yep,
think
you're a loser, dude. That's a loser move.
I think maybe now I have one that came to mind, but I think I just never disappointed my parents. Because there was one time where I'm hearing what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it. I really didn't do it. It was like there was a girl. I grew up in a very Portuguese town, so the women were hairy.
Portuguese.
And there was a girl who was particularly hairy, and people would tease her, and they'd make fun of her, and they'd call her Chewbacca. And I didn't. And they were... and she, walked into, the high school gymnasium once, and people were like, Chewy! And she was that.
Did they go
yeah. And she said it was just me who did it. And she had a crush on me, I think. And I was the only person who didn't do it. And
This is a wacky story.
Yeah.
Why? She was trying to flirt like that or something?
I guess. I don't know.
That's a bad move.
My parents were like, what the hell is wrong with you? I was like, I didn't do it. I thought it was mean. I was the only person who fucking didn't do it. And then I was like, I was being honest, and I guess it was so clear I was honest that they ended up believing me. But that was the moment where I could see a genuine disappointment, and was.
But had you done that,
had I
their
done
disappointment
that,
fucked with you?
I probably would have.
Yeah, but again, it's more your own disappointment. I think I like anything else was. I don't know. It's like my mom's mom always told her, "Don't punish yourself." So grounding was just well, now that kid's around all the fucking time,
Yeah.
anything that makes things worse for you, take away, video games. Well, then what are you gonna do with them for the next fucking 8 hours? That sort of shit. So she always said never punish yourself. And then I feel like that was put into place for me, and now I'm doing that with my kids. That one runs deep in the Clancy family. Don't punish yourself. But the only time I was ever grounded, I think, was that egg incident, and there was another. A drunk driving incident. I was not behind the wheel, but someone else was, and I was in the car.
Even when the times I got arrested, they were they weren't disappointed. They were mad. They were annoyed. They had
annoyed. Yeah.
Fucking get a lawyer and shit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It wasn't again. They weren't I guess they never tried to do the disappointed because what they weren't what the hell. We used to party at our son parties. This is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
You can't be disappointed.
I don't think I did anything. And there was one time. I was hanging out with my buddy who was a year older than me on the basketball team, and he used to go to the city and party, which, in hindsight, was 15. He used to go into Manhattan and party. That's a lot. It's fucking a lot, And my parents wouldn't let me do it, so it was funny. There was two dudes named Mike. One was my best friend. One was on the basketball team, the older kid, and my mom didn't like one and called him Bad Mike. There was Bad Mike and Good Mike, but she had it flipped in her fucking head. She didn't know which was which. But anyway, We went to the story was that I'm going to your house, I'm going to the movies, and then I'm going to sleep over at Mike's house. So I'll see you in the morning. And I don't know.
That's got to be so annoying as a parent when you're like, I fucking know you're lying.
Yeah.
Like,
So I think because my mom, she must.
I would very much rather, if I was ever a parent, I'd be like, look, here's the deal. Don't think
Don't
I'm an
fucking
idiot.
do this. Yes.
Like, don't,
Yes.
like, if you're going to go, like, I don't know. I guess, it's one of those things you can't really know until you're doing it. But, like, I'd rather be like, just tell me you're going to a party. Maybe I can deal with the lie that you're not going to drink. But don't think I'm so fucking dumb that I believe you're going to a movie and then to this other friend's house, but then that's picking up your stuff to go to your other friend's house. Like,
Yep, that's
I'm not
exactly what it was.
a dumb person.
And I just remember I had to call my mom, or I think she called me a few times, and I was like, she knows like something's up, and we were so we're in the city. I'm in an apartment party in the hallway of this apartment. We're smoking cloves, those black cigarettes. Loved them. And I'm on the phone with her, and my voice must have been quivering or whatever. My mom knows it, and she goes, I'll just come pick you up at the movie theater. Don't worry. Because whatever story I was spinning, it actually became complicated, where it was like, his mom, this, and she was like, I'll just come get you. I think she knew what was up, And I'm on the phone, and I'm like, and my buddy's like, just, he's trying to talk me through it. Do this, and I go, I've been lying to you all night, Mom. And he goes, no! He literally screamed, no! She goes, is that bad Mike in the background? And she drove into the city. At this point, it's probably like 11 o'clock by the time she gets me. Drives from Westchester into Manhattan. I think I was in like East Harlem. And she picks me up, and we drove home in absolute silence. And it was like, I remember that vividly being like, this is like out of a movie, where it's like, she was like, get in the car. And then nothing the whole drive home. But in hindsight, I was just like, I don't know. I guess sneaking out and going to Manhattan is a little bit crazy. That's some bad shit. But yeah, I don't know if we are the norm or the exception. Like, were other parents like, because I had never heard of that until Tim put out his book, and then I saw a lot of people reacting, being like, oh yeah, that generation did mail it in. I never felt that way. I was never like, these parents aren't parenting.
Yeah.
They can get away with murder. But it does, I guess, seem to be a thing that, because it's certainly a thing just comparatively speaking to
it's not
now.
It's one of those things where it's just like, obviously everyone's different, but the one I always remember that I've told here recently, I think, was when one of the parents because most of my friends' parents were very involved.
Involved?
Yeah. And like my parents were there, but like not, I don't know, they were like
official capacity sort of
yeah,
thing.
like they didn't like to coach and do all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like they were like very like helicopter type parents, all my other friends' parents. And when one of my friends' parents called my mom to tell her I was in the neighborhood riding bikes, but I wasn't wearing my helmet. And my mom was like, "Oh, good. I didn't know where he was." And he was like,
"No, you don't get it."
No, I'm calling. He's not. He's like, John Henry's not wearing his helmet. She's like, but he's there. And he's like, "Yeah." She's like, okay, then all right, see you later.
Yeah.
It was a person reaching out to someone on a completely different level than them. Where it's like,
I love that. Though.
I have eyes on your son, and he's not wearing a helmet and elbow pads. Like,
but you got
I
eyes.
had no idea where my son was.
But you got eyes. Yeah, yeah. That is, I cannot even fathom, like, Keegan being like, all right, I'm going out, and, like, coming back 6 hours later, which is what, like, I hopped on the bike and would ride, on the same street probably.
But why, why don't parents just do that?
I don't know.
But, like, you can choose to.
I don't think I could. I think I would be very, very nervous, and I don't know why that's been, like, beat into me by society or something, but, like, Shay's still a little bit young. But no, not really. No, she's in, like, second grade now. When I was in second grade, I would hop on the bike and ride down the street, and, like, that was it. I can't even fucking imagine that right now. Like, if Caitlin was ever like, so, like, where's Shay? And I was like, I don't know, she's out. But same thing, like, vice versa. I'd be like, you don't know where the kids are? She'd be like, well, they're probably at this park, but they could be at the other one.
They must get to that age, though. Like fourth grade?
Well,
like, what are parents scared? Are you scared they're gonna get kidnapped? Are you
I
scared?
don't. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I guess. I'm not really scared that they're gonna get kidnapped. I think I'm
back in our day, kids were getting kidnapped all over the place. I don't even think kids get kidnapped anymore. You have phones; it's tough.
Dude, there was so many kidnapped kids. I feel like it was like all day, every day, kidnapped kid.
Dude, like somebody knew somebody who got kidnapped.
No doubt. There was always like a cousin of a friend who fucking got napped, bro. Kids are getting napped left and right.
But now they're not getting kidnapped, and people are scared they're gonna get kidnapped.
I don't get it. But I mean, part of me is also I'd be afraid of getting in trouble. I'd be like, oh, like she broke her leg on my watch.
Yeah.
But it was my non-watch because I was just not fucking watching you. I don't know what the difference was. Maybe the news being so like in your face, like there's less of it, but you see. I don't know. I do not know the answer, but I could tell you that like if I lose track of my kids for like 60 seconds, I start to get like, wait, where are they? And then okay, you're over there. But like, there's always.
You're a helicopter parent.
I'm not like. I'm. What exactly is a helicopter?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good
segment.
A term I learned one time.
I like, for instance, we'll go to
Not
like
learned, heard.
overseeing every aspect. No, okay, I don't do that, but I will be like, if we're at a park and they're playing with other kids, like I got eyes on all the time. But I'll be like on the bench on the other side.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, you're still on the premises. You haven't been napped. That's a great question though, because I wish it could go back, and I think there's also.
But you can go back.
I don't think I could now because like I would get in trouble. I think. I don't think it's if anything were to ever happen, or if like she went home to the nanny or to their mother or grandparents and were like, So I was at the park yesterday, and like Dad was home with Keegan. Yeah, I'd be in so much trouble.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta start being okay with being in trouble.
Brother, you have no idea.
It's like when you get bullied at school, and you're like bullies yelling at you, and you're like, all right, man. I'm glad that makes you feel better.
It's the Feitelberg, bro. It's so true.
Yeah. Like, I'm in trouble? Okay.
It's so true, man.
You can't. There's nothing you can do. Okay, sure. You're upset. That's okay. You're allowed to feel that emotion. I'll catch you later.
Fuck yeah. It's just so goddamn true. I mean, I also can't even like Shay will go to dance class on Thursday nights for 4 hours. She's in like 3 different classes, and they all are back to back to back for some reason.
That's insane.
Insane. First of all, I want to sue the dance studio. And be like, this is not allowed. They're just like, if you want to do ballet and hip hop, which are like the 2 most popular things, you have to do them both on Thursday night. And if you're good and you do like our recital where it's like a competition, you have to do practice for that. Oh, that's on Thursday night. Oh, and you want to just add a second dance, like you also want to do tap dance. Like, guess what? Thursday night. Like, what do you motherfuckers do the other 6 days a week? Yeah. What is going on?
How do you keep this business afloat?
Seriously. But it's like they are like they are adults at this point. Like what was the quote? Like they're adults, for God's sake. Like their schedule is jam packed. If you do like 1 or 2 activities, everything has like twice a week this, and, we added that. Like there's a bonus that it's just crazy. They're fucking they do more shit than probably like any adult.
Speaking of parents, this weekend I went to a play with my mom, and I think for the first time ever, she was like, "How do people know you?" Because she's she's been to a million Barstool events and seen people in T-shirts and
Sure.
Patriots gear be like, Feitelberg.
This is Broadway though.
We went to a
Johnny
show,
Broadway was getting his.
The guy at the box office just said, "Hey, John, I got your tickets right here." It was like we went to Will Call, and I was like,
I wish
my
it was
wallet
somebody
out.
other than your mom.
Yeah.
I wish it was somebody like That's fucking.
She was like,
great.
"Whoa, that was kind of cool."
Didn't even need ID or anything.
It just, hey, John, here you
Wow.
go. Even I was like, "Whoa,
That's
on
a
Broadway."
Broadway. That is fucking good, man. That's up there. You know,
Like, it's like what my dad feels when we're at Bruins games and people are like, asking to take pictures of me.
yeah, he loves that.
Like, did the guy at the will call at Broadway just recognize you? I was like, I guess that was weird to me too. I'll admit.
That's like getting the compliment from a black guy.
Yeah.
Or a gay guy's like Broadway dude saying like that's Feitelberg. We got a little bit of that when we were. Granted, Sunny is a little bit different. You know, we're not seeing fucking Phantom of the Opera or some shit where those people know us. There's a lot of overlap, but yeah, when you're at Radio City and people are like, oh, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
yeah, you know.
The play was Gutenberg, by the way. It's awesome. It's really good.
Gutenberg. Anywho, if you don't date somebody for the credit score, you're a fucking dickhead. That's where this all comes back to for me on this godforsaken show. It's official. I've been on the search for the softest T-shirt for a long time, and it is official. I finally have found the one. I've done orders online. I've bought them in stores. I find different colors, different shapes, different sizes, different everythings. And I finally found that Marine Layer has the best T-shirt on the market right now. It feels like it's an old shirt that, you know, is like your comfy shirt that you put on when you when you get home for the night. But it also looks sharp and somehow, you know, you feel put together. It's like magic, man. They got sizes that fit everybody in between, which is, to me, the most important thing in the world right now. Like, they have a size Marge. That might be if you're stuck between a medium and a large. They've got in-between sizes, so everybody who's skinny fat like me can find a home for their T-shirt. And as you get a little bit older and you get put on some pounds or you get bigger if you're working out, you don't have to just jump up a whole size. They have you covered. And if you buy any 3 T-shirts from Marine Layer, you automatically get 20% off. So you can get one for yourself, friends and family. Also, I find I'll buy T-shirts like six or 8 at a time. Just like give me the blue, white, black, brown, you know, whatever, gray, all of the standard colors. And it's not just T-shirts. They've got overshirts, they've got pants, jackets, all the different cozy layers now that the season is turning and temperatures are getting cooler. So when you want to get rid of your old tees, they also have a program in place where you can bring in an old T-shirt that they will. It's called their Respun program, where they will pay you to put an old shirt in that they can respin into a new shirt. So that it's super soft and it's super sustainable. So the perfect tee is hard to find, but look no further than Marine Layer. For a limited time, get 15% off with code KFC15 at marinelayer.com. That's KFC15 for 15% off your entire order at marinelayer.com. Saving your closet one tee at a time.
Also, to kind of answer that question, like,
Yeah.
I one time, like, in college, dated somebody. Or not date, like, it was like a situationship, but he, like, at USC, it's obviously like hard to keep up.
Do you think a situationship is a real thing? You're Delulu.
Delulu.
Delulu is the Salulu.
Okay, but whatever. I don't know what else to call it, so I'll call it a situationship. But then, like, he, I think, came from. This just changed my perspective of it, because he came from, like, less money, I think, and, like, at USC, again, like, it's
Wait, less than you, or just like he's like
less
than other guys you dated?
Like other like USC people, just like compared to USC, it's like,
I was gonna say this is just college. This is like family money, right? Not like
yeah, family money, not
Right.
like actual money. But like I was like, I don't care. Like I don't care about that at all. But I think like for him, he thought he assumed, and like it's hard at USC to like keep up money wise, and like you just kind of like it gets to you no matter what. But like he definitely would start to get self-conscious about it, and then would kind of take it out on me and like make me feel bad about myself in some ways. Not like make me feel bad about myself, but like I could tell like would definitely like I don't know, just so like as long as you're fucking nice about it and don't like have this weird chip on your shoulder.
yeah,
I don't care.
right.
But-
Both ways, you know. If you're like a loud, obnoxious, rich person,
Yeah, exactly.
or if you're a insecure, petty, poor person, like either one of those sucks.
Yeah.
And everyone has their poor. Like my poor is manual labor, being handy. I'm poor at that.
When it comes to that, I'm
the
broke.
things poor people are good at, I'm bad at those. but I always think that the same way, where it's like, don't have to handle it badly and say shitty things like I just did. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, I suck at it. What do you want me
I'm poor at that. Not meaning like my performance is poor. I mean like I am bankrupt of the ability. That is fucking hilarious, man. I mean, if you had your choice between a girl who was pretty and nice and rich, but like okay in bed, meh, or pretty nice, poor, and a freak, what would you pick?
Rich.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
You just don't like having sex anymore.
No, it's just like the sex is like everyone's fine at sex.
I don't know. I think it's similar, like pizza kind of thing. Like,
Yeah,
I make that
like-
comparison a lot, but like I really like a good slice of pizza, bro.
But
I really like a good slice of pizza.
But I'm not gonna drive out of my way for a good slice of pizza. I used to get furious coming home from Newport when Lou would stop in New Haven to get fucking Frank Pepe's. I'd be like, they got pizza in New York. Let's just get home.
Are we talking about pizza or are we doing an analogy here? Because you also had friends that would go out of their way for the other pizza too.
Yeah, that would annoy me too. But like, they got pizza over there too.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. I think that whole New Haven thing is very, very overrated. I think. What would you rather?
I'd rather just have good, like, sexual chemistry rather than like
Okay, well let's put it that way then. So like you are
like if someone's like a freak, I'm like, it's like being a parent is a little too involved. Like take a step back.
So then let me describe it as this then. Nice, pretty, rich, unfulfilled in bed, nice, pretty, rich, or nice, pretty, broke, super fulfilled, whatever that version is for you. Freak, not freak, whatever.
I guess I don't know. I don't think I've ever been unfulfilled. I don't know what that's like.
With sex?
I'm not like a fucking porn star. I'm not like, wah. I don't know.
Is that what porn stars do? I think that would eat at you more than you think.
Yeah, I guess it's one I guess I can't relate to. I know that sounds like braggy, but it's not. Like, I don't know. I think it's like food. It's pretty easy to satisfy me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, yeah. I mean, but if you fell into one of those ruts where it's like it's been fucking 2 months, it's been 6 months.
I don't think I've ever dated somebody and
that's happened.
Not had sex like every day.
Yeah, that's the rarity, I think, for serious relationships.
I don't know. I'm just too irresistible.
I wonder
You can't
why.
see a fucking drunk walrus and not want to fuck it. I would say that fits my personality and body type. You're like, that's a
Drunk walrus. That is so fucking funny, man.
Like, ooh, that drunk walrus. I gotta fuck that thing,
Dude. I hope, I pray to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that there has been a time.
I mean, that's me.
With a mustache and everything.
That's me right now.
That is you. That is you. Can you open up that whole tweet? See what it says? That is you, dude. That is fucking you. If you're not watching on YouTube, there's a picture of a walrus podcasting, and it's is at Drunk Walrus is the name. That is
34 followers gave up on the dream in 2019 to go and becoming a Twitter personality.
Is that what it is? Only 34? I'm so stunned when these things. Yeah, he stopped tweeting in August 21. Man, this could have been. But he did start in 2010. So for like 10, 11 years.
10 years, someone was fucking Paying his bills while he chased his dream.
How about this? Imagine if that was a woman. If you told me that whoever was behind at Drunk Walrus was a lady, my head would explode on that one, dude. That is so. Like she's been tweeting since 2010, but it looks like that's only like 50 total tweets, right?
More dedicated to the grind.
She did like 5 tweets a year, basically. She missed all of 2012.
Those are my favorite Twitter users.
13.
Where,
They come back in.
Where there's no good tweets, but every fucking 3 months they're like, hang on, I got one.
Yeah, that's so bizarre. That's got to be like a mental illness thing. Fucking. Are you doing the reflection? Yeah. What a weirdo. That's funny. That's funny. You did it. It's funny. I knew it. It's crazy. What about you, Jackie?
What?
Drunk. Drunk, poor, rich, no, nice, attractive, and rich, or nice, attractive, and satisfied? Because I think the thing is, for a lot of girls, satisfaction is money too. Like that is like a big box that gets checked.
Yeah,
but it's like
I'm planning on getting rich. So
hell yeah, let's go, girl. By yourself or by
my
marriage?
favordon't position, CEO.
I'm gonna use that.
Don't.
Don't. That is very funny.
No, I mean you're free to use it. It's just there's a reason I know it. It's a little overly basic.
Yeah.
What?
Like that's
Like
like
it's
it's
too
a
basic.
I didn't just
Like
make that up. Like it's a thing people say a lot.
Oh, well, it's new to me.
I never heard it either though, so there's enough people who haven't heard it yet. I just to wrap all this up, like I've heard it framed as like I'm attracted to like how well you do your job, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like that.
Which makes sense. I mean, like
Totally get that. That is a pretty rare circumstance where they know, like if you were dating me and you see me on stage, I can understand that there's a level of attraction to that. If you're dating a guy who's like, working on that sales commission, and it's like, I mean, actually maybe
But
sales,
I
there's some
think-
wheeling and dealing, but like if you're just like, I don't know, doing some back end operations at like a finance house, it's like that attracts you because like you're doing well at that. I don't know. I feel like you just like that you can have a whole bunch of shit.
But I think passion and purpose is attractive.
Sure.
So if you like what you're doing, and I think that's attractive.
I just wonder. I mean, how often? That's a very small list of people who are making the money and they're happy about what they're doing. And
for
all
sure.
That. So like my general point being, and it's fine, whatever. I get it. Like you only get one life, live it how you want to live it. But really, you're just like, I want to be able to like have shit.
Yeah.
I want to like have a marriage where like we can go on vacations, or I can get a fucking G-Wagon and like the ring's gonna be big enough, and it's like, just own it, just say it.
Yeah.
Rather than the gymnastics of like, it's attractive when you're passionate and this and that. It's like,
I genuinely feel that.
I get that too.
I don't. Maybe everyone doesn't, but I like whatever you. If you're into whatever you do, then I'm. If you're fake into it, then I think it's lame. But if you're like genuinely into it, it could be anything. Then I'm like, that's cool.
Yes, I agree with that. I'm just saying that 99% of the time, I feel like people are like, I don't even know what they do. Your partner. You know what I mean? It's like, I think they're in marketing, and they're like, no, I'm in like security. You know what I mean? It's like not even fucking close. So I don't know how much that translates. Like, and a lot of these things are inherently kind of boring. Like your passion for it might not be, but you start to tell me the ins and outs of like this fucking random thing you do. It's like, well, that's not interesting.
Yeah.
I don't care. But I can understand being attracted to the passion. I just think that it's also attracted to like the fucking bag you bought me, or the trip we went on, or whatever.
I think I would be more attracted to a person who's like excited to wake up than someone who's excited to do something with what they got that day for doing something they hate.
Yeah, that makes sense. How many girls out there do you think are like sugar mama, like in the sense of not in the sense like if you pay the mortgage or some shit like that, like you pay the rent, but in terms of like show up and be like, honey, I bought you this fucking like leather jacket. You know what I mean? Like for girls, it's like it's jewelry and bags and high heels and stuff. And guys, it's like I'm sure you could pick out things that I like that are tangible. But for the most part, I don't know. You know.
Like what percentage of people?
I'm just saying, do you think that that's a thing of like girls who make the money and like shower you with gifts the way that like guys will do it? You know.
I think it's a thing. It's a rarity, but like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's a thing. I've never met someone like it.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that. Where it's like, you know, there are plenty of girls that were their girlfriends probably know, like, yeah, like oh my god, he bought her like the nicest this or the nicest that. I've never heard that in my life. Oh man, Stacy got him like a new pair of kicks. Like I've never once, right? Have you ever heard that? Like, isn't that crazy? But my point being, like, I don't want that, never thought of that, never looked for that, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess if someone just started coming home and be
well,
like,
I never looked for unicorns either.
I think that's
well played, sir.
That's obviously very rare, and I think when it's done, it's usually the woman is much older, like probably like 5, 6, not much, but like I would say there's a big age gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you're describing all this, I was just thinking of the Bluths. Like,
yeah.
Maybe it doesn't happen.
Yeah, and it also I feel like some dudes like feel emasculated by that, so you got to go through that shit too, where it's like, oh, I could buy it myself, or whatever. If I couldn't buy it myself and someone could, I would fucking you could buy me some shit. Buy me some shit. Attention, all partiers and ragers, the perfect drink has been created for you. There's a hole left in the party world when Four Loko kind of faded into oblivion, and now that void has been filled with Pirate Water. Pirate Water is 16 ounces of 10% alcohol by volume in 4 different flavors that just gets the job done. If you have $5 or less, you buy 2 of those, $2 a pop, and you are golden. It is the number one pound for pound best drink to get drunk on small amounts of money and small amounts of alcohol. It's like all of those other drinks that are that cheap to get you drunk suck.
Yeah.
And these are like flavorful summertime type drinks that you can have all year round because they're in a can. So whether
they bring the fucking summer to you.
Ooh, I like that. It's always summer in a Pirate Water can. So go to drinkpiratewater.com to find Pirate Water in a location near you, or you can order it on GoPuff. I've got a case. I almost have a case as like a go bag. Like I just have them at the ready.
It's like the party button.
Yeah, like ready to go.
Oh,
yep,
party
here
button.
it is. So get yours. Make sure you're stacked up. DrinkPirateWater.com or order it on GoPuff, and follow and tag at Pirate Water in your posts for a chance to be reposted, to win merch, to win product, and any sort of sweepstakes that we do at Pirate Water.
KFC fights everybody else. It's a beautifully crappy fall Saturday. Getting ready to bust out some of my favorite sweatshirts, and I got a few memories today because I went to Washington versus Oregon a couple years ago, and I had the tan quilted Viva hoodie. Best hoodie I've ever owned. Wore it all the time. And a few years back, my friend has to borrow a sweatshirt, pulled out like a crappy old sweatshirt that I didn't give a shit about, gave it to him. Well, I went outside. He came back outside wearing that tan quilted hoodie. And I was like, fuck, I should have been like, go the fuck back inside and change. But I was just like, man, that's not the one I gave you. Just make sure I get that back. Well, like less than a week later, we all stopped talking to the dude. I forget exactly what he did, but he did something fucked up that we all stopped talking to him. So that hoodie's gone forever. Never to be seen again. RIP, it's literally my favorite hoodie I've had owned. So my question is, what's one piece of clothing that was taken from you, whether like some girl took it in the morning or like somebody borrowed it and never gave it back? What's that one piece of clothing that like you just wish so bad you could get back? All right, thanks.
I think the bizarre thing here is I've never heard of guys deading a guy. When he's like, a week later, we all stopped talking to him. I've had friends I've fallen out of touch with, but that's a slow process.
Yeah.
I've never had a guy, women almost exclusively, guys where I'm just like, I'm done with them. I don't
think I've ever had that ever.
No, I've never heard of such a thing. We're like, that dude did something bad. He's dead to me, and we're done. I guess guys just have a longer leash with me. Where I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
I mean, you gotta do some like truly dark, fucked up shit to me for me to write you off. You know?
As a guy,
Yeah.
as a girl, you just have to see me naked and be a little weird later. Like, all right, never talking to them again.
Never mind. Yeah. Just made a weird face. That's it. I mean, I can't think of like anybody who I ever like stopped talking to and really never talked to again.
Yeah, I guess it happens. It actually happens fairly quickly where I'll like stop talking to somebody, but it's not for any reason. It's just like I don't see you, so I don't think about you, and then within a month you're out of my life. And it will be great when I see you again, but I don't think to keep up with you.
Yeah. I mean, I barely keep up with people in general.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm not keeping up with ones I don't really like anymore. What's the question? The question's about clothes, right?
Clothes, yeah. I don't think I've ever had this happen. I've never fallen victim to the stereotype of the girl stole my hoodie or anything like that. I'm sure many women have stolen many things from me. I just got so many clothes I don't even notice, dude.
Yeah, but like, even like your most comfortable one, you don't notice.
I couldn't tell you what my most comfortable hoodie is.
Yeah, because he's such a freak. It's like my most comfortable outfit is my like slacks and my button-up shirt. Freak.
I mean, like not all hoodies are created equal. That's not true. I actually learned it the hard way this weekend. But
like not even close.
A hoodie, like I don't know, like I've never been like to somebody, you gotta try this on. It's so comfortable. There's
about anything?
No.
That's like exclusively what I wear. Like you gotta try this on. It's so comfortable.
I'm sure it's like I don't know. I'm comfortable right now.
You're just not though.
I'm exceptionally comfortable right now.
No, you're not. He's not. He could be more.
I disagree. Well, I'm sure I could be more, but I'm perfectly comfortable.
Yeah, but that's more on account of your general apathy in life towards things. Not like there's nothing comfortable about that. You don't find discomfort in like a pair of pants and a sweater.
No, I don't. No.
That's it's more that. It's not.
But I also
just,
I think I'm of the unique side of things here where I appreciate people stealing things from me. Cause I'm trying to spread the good word. Like here's a nice shirt. Why don't you try wearing that around, you fucking idiot? like when someone
give this a try, you moron.
When someone steals something from me, I'm like, good. I have a lot of other nice things.
Yeah,
How about you try wearing some nice things? I used to do it to my brother all the time. Like I've stolen clothes, but I get a sense of pride when I see someone wearing something they've stolen from me. I'm like, yeah, I knew it. That is fucking nice, isn't it?
You never lost a hoodie?
I'm sure I've lost hoodies, but nothing that I have hoodies I like, but I don't have like a favorite hoodie. I don't have anything. I don't have a lot of things that I'd notice if they were gone.
I got this is the latest Sherpa that I got. It's very, 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 very nice. Very comfy. I feel like any of that stuff, I just have so much of it though. You know what I mean? Like any of the really comfortable stuff I've made, so I have like 1,000 of them. So it's like, I don't have any like one of one type shit.
Right.
So it's fine. I'm trying to think. There's got to be something.
Sneakers
a little bit different. I've had some people like. No, it's just like I mean, one time somebody like stepped on my shoes, or somebody spilled a drink on it, and I was like, I don't know, whatever.
It's
hard for me to get excited, like get ramped up about
their
that.
clothes
It's
are supposed to be worn.
Yeah.
Like, don't the don't grease your Jordans. I think is like the lamest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Or, like,
if you buy those things to put in your shoe, or you walk so that you don't bend your foot,
it's insane.
You better be in like 7th grade. For real. 7th grade.
I was referring to guys earlier when I was talking about like I like when someone steals my stuff, but like I also like when girls steal my clothes. Like I think that's cool. I think that's hot. Where I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Look at you swimming in that sweatshirt. It's so cute.
Can I also say something real quick?
Sure.
I was thinking, like, you know how you guys give me shit for looking like shit to work every day? but like, guys' attire is so much comfier than girls' attire. And, like, if I want to wear a cute top, like...
Dress like a dude.
Have you ever tried wearing a strapless bra when you have tits? Like, it is so uncomfortable.
Every single day.
You're constantly wearing strapless bras. But, like, okay, yeah, if, like, style for me was... I mean, and also, like, I just also dress like shit, like, at work. But, like...
First of all, you're making it a little harsher than it is. We tease you for wearing meat
shirts.
I know.
We're not walking like, Jackie, you're dressed like shit today.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but I mean, the meat sweatshirts it's gotten out of hand. Like, I actually have to like reel it back.
We gotta get you, dude.
The meatball guy.
There was dinner last week where someone like the best balls in New Jersey, and some guy brought a bunch of T-shirts. And it's just a fucking Italian meat shop. It says "Best Balls in New Jersey" on the back.
No way! I would so wear that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So then, but you guys do like Kevin really is the one who gives me shit for it. I feel like, and you don't have much to stand on.
What do I say?
You'll just be like, I mean, Jackie always looks like shit.
I can hear you saying that.
Yeah. So I just want to say, like, yeah, again, like if girls like fashion was like, you know, baggy clothes all the time, then maybe I'd come like stunting to work.
Well, it kind of
but,
is
like,
now.
I was gonna say it is.
Yeah, you're living in living in a good time.
Well, okay, good point. Currently, right now.
Yeah.
But if it was the Victorian era, how would I come to work fancy?
Yeah, like you could wear like baggy jeans and a sweatshirt and have it be stylish.
But that's what
and you still dress like shit.
No, but I do wear like baggy jeans and a sweat. I mean, I guess like I just choose like neat sweatshirts. Like,
I rose you because you just always wear all black like stage group.
I know. I would say you dress rather fashionable. It's just the meat sweatshirt.
Yeah. I'm also like I'm always wearing self tanner or on my period. So it's like
I think
I'm always wearing self tanner or on my period. Jackie's like, I got 2 modes.
I'm like
tan or bloody.
constantly. There are fluids constantly coming off of me. Sorry.
Who's that girl in the meat shirt with fluids coming out of her? Oh, that's fucking hilarious. I think the meat shirts is now like a thing.
Yeah.
I'm almost jealous. I wish I had something like that.
You're like Zuckerberg and fucking
Yeah, but I haven't,
the hoodie.
I haven't like capitalized on it, so it's not really. I haven't like made it cool. I just like I'm kind of at the like point right before where it's like, why is she always wearing meat sweatshirt?
Yeah. You need to go like a little bit harder with it. Because right now it just feels like you have no clothes except meat stuff, where it's like just by chance. I think if you own a deli. If you own a deli, if you own a restaurant, if you are, I don't even know who traffics in meat. But anybody who does that,
perhaps.
you got to send, butcher.
I was in Soho this weekend, and I walked by like an old school butcher shop. And I almost went in to get myself a T-shirt, and I didn't do that. But I should have gotten Jackie one too.
Ugh.
Next time I'm at that random butcher shop. I think it was on Elizabeth Street.
We've got the meats.
I lost my favorite sweatshirt in college. This girl came over, and it was a sick USC Trojan sweatshirt that my dad gave to me. And it was like vintage, like one. You definitely can't like find another one. Mm-hmm. And then a girl came over. She asked if she could wear it. So I'm probably gonna be hanging out with her a lot.
Yeah.
I never saw her again. Every time I'm home, my dad's just like, "Where's the USC sweatshirt?" Just like an ongoing bit for years. Like, "Where's the USC sweatshirt?" Exactly where it is.
I would take that as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I've never in my life have I been like, I need to get that article of clothing back from that woman.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah. I'm like, I was trying to think of a hoodie. I was trying to think of a jacket. I was trying to think of nothing.
I think also like this could like stem like from high school too, like where like everything was communal. Like we just wore everyone's clothes.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was like I've never been pretty. Like I said, I like.
So wait, where
spreading the good word?
Where does this trope come from? I mean, I guess it is a thing. Girls do steal guys' hoodies, right? But we just don't.
I don't even think Jackie could answer this. I don't think of it as like I don't think like maybe they go out to steal them and collect them. I think it's more.
Wasn't there a girl?
You borrowed my sweatshirt. You went home and we just forgot about it.
Was there a voicemail that like the girl was like collecting them? Or a
I'm
viral
sure.
video? She had like a fucking closet full of them or something like that.
It rings a bell. It's like when you steal girls' panties.
Don't ever say panties again.
I'm kidding. I don't do that. But it's in Revenge of the Nerds, the panty raid.
God, that word sucks.
You don't like, I say panties all the time.
Do you really?
Oh yeah.
Like in a serious
You
way?
got on a pair of sex on the panties. I mostly use it when I'm trying to turn people off.
Yeah. Mission accomplished. Next up.
I've been ruminating for the last week or so since Fights got back from Rome because my husband and I are going to Italy in a week. We leave in 10 days. I'm geeked. I'm excited. Never been more excited, actually. I've been waiting for this trip for 5 years. Now, when I say I was ecstatic to hear Fights' gelato talk, okay? Ecstatic. Because that is me. That is me, 100% me in Italy. Pizza, 1 minute, next gelato. Shove it down my fucking gullet. So I go home to tell my husband said story about your gelato experience. And this motherfucker, you know what he tells me? He's not like, oh, I'm also so excited for gelato. But he hits me with, yeah, you remind me a lot of Fights. I'm sorry. The fuck did you just say to me?
That's so mean to me.
He said, and I quote, I remind him of Feitelberg in every facet. Now, one would normally say, this is probably a compliment. And Fights, I love you, buddy. I see the fucking parallels. I hear him every minute of every day. I hear him, I'm like, man, that man is so mentally ill. Like, who else shoves that many mangoes down their face? Me. I do. But I can't stop thinking about it. Help.
That's the only way that could have ended. I only get comparisons to women. Like, you've never seen a guy and been like, that reminds me of Fights. It's
Always chicks.
It's exclusively women who like to eat too much.
That was one of the most low key mean things I've ever. That was like how long? That was a minute and 52 of just chopping this dude down.
Just fight like just think like from the other sentence. This is just someone telling me, "Hey, Feitelberg, in every facet, you remind me of a woman."
She didn't hit you with anything good. She said, Feitelberg, I love you, but. And then there was no good. There was no I love you. You do this and that. It was just like, yeah, I love you, but you suck.
Yeah, dude. I like how people ask, like, they give me help and ask for the cure. Like, if I didn't know what it was,
would
I
do
wouldn't
it.
have fucking
Yeah.
taken it forever ago.
Yeah.
I'd be a fucking Kelsey Pfizer guy. I'd be like, yeah, this is how it affects me and me.
I do think it's weird to say that to your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever had the realization that I was dating a girl like Fights, I'd probably stop dating that girl. No, you know what? Actually, I say that, but, like, that's the no. That's what I'm gunning
Now that
for.
I think about it, you have a lot of great female qualities.
I it's like you want to date someone who's your best friend, and it's just that I'll have sex with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the difference. I won't have sex with you.
I get it.
I'll have sex with
you. On the mango front, they don't sell these on Amazon.
On the mango front.
But
on the mango front, the new segment.
Ollie Asia. I've been on the quest to find the best mangoes. OLLE, new word, Asia. I just bumped into them at a store the other day. I'm going back today to buy them out.
My God.
Red bag, best mangoes I've ever had. They were, because mangoes, I don't know if you know.
Hit or miss?
I don't know if you know this about mangoes, but they're like beef jerky, where like sometimes it's just like, this is too tough to eat and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta find a fucking right mango. And I've only had one bag, so if you get a bad bag, maybe it happens. I'm gonna go back to them. I'm gonna buy all the bags and we'll figure it out.
How many are you gonna buy?
5 servings. I don't know how many there are, but
This motherfucker's talking about his. You're legitimately talking about your serving sizes of mangoes?
Well, I just looked at the back. It's a bag, so it's one. But though on the back, it was one of 5 serving it. They're 5, whatever. You know what I mean? But the Ollie Asia, they make a mango. You bump into
What does a mango look like? What does a mango look like?
I don't know. In college, I had a buddy. Who,
Wait. Can we do like a test? Can you like?
Well, I know what they look like.
I don't think I do. If you like, can you like quiz me and put together some fruits? And I don't think I would know what a mango looks like.
You're good.
You can look.
I feel like a mango is orange, yellowish orange, and maybe the size of like a grapefruit. Does it have a skin though?
Yes.
Like an orange skin?
Like
you peel a mango?
Yes.
You do, and then you just eat it.
Yep. When I was in college, a kid
fucking
ate a mango. That's about what you expected it to look like, right?
So that is like an apple skin, like.
I would guess so. I actually don't really know that.
You can't eat the skin
You can't.
Oh,
Why?
you can't.
because it's like unedible skin.
Is it?
Yeah, you can't. No, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I only eat it dried. They peel it for me.
And a lot of times they're like green and red.
How do they make it look like that? That's cool.
I would guess.
There's slicing. Is that how people serve it?
Yeah. And in college, we had a kid who he ate it and like it was like that, and he kind of ate it like this.
Ugh.
And it turned out later that he was allergic to mangoes, and he had just this rash all here, and it looked like he was eating some rotten pussy.
Ugh. God. Rotten pussy. This fucking vile.
It was for days. It was disgusting.
Next up.
One day, I'd like a man to call in and be like, I'm a lot like Feitelberg. just to really put a pin in that, or put a bow on that.
Hey guys, I have a fun fact. Did you know that on the back of semi-truck trailers, there's these 2 bars that protrude down and cut across as a sort of a reinforcement to prevent cars, if they rear end a semi-truck, they don't go up under and cut people's heads off.
Nice.
Those are called Mansfield bars, and they're named after famous Playboy and sex symbol Jane Mansfield, who died that way. Another tidbit of that fun fact, less fun, in the back seat were her 2 sleeping children who survived with minor injuries, one of which Law and Order's Mariska Hargitay. Fun facts.
Those are exceptionally fun facts. I like that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mariska Hargitay, her mother was a Playboy actress? Playgirl?
I guess so.
Mansfield bars. That's it.
I mean, there's nothing to say about that.
That's the show.
That's the show. All right, big thanks for watching. If you made it through this whole episode, that means you should be subscribed. There's so many of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so make sure you are a KFC Radio subscriber. Make sure you get all the content when it drops. Click that button now.
I have 9 fingers. I'm still subscribed. It's that easy.